Hi, I would like to share an experience of mine that happened a few days ago. Dear Holy Spirit, I just invite you to be present and invade this room and the room the viewers are in, and I just ask you to pour out the spirit of revelation and worship while they are watching it, and infect them with this with this seeing and sensing, and with this heart that is exploding in worship. I was worshiping and I was painting. I love painting, and I felt like having a break, and I saw myself like walking and singing, and when I'm absolutely not conscious, not self-conscious at all, not even thinking about myself and what I am doing or thinking, nothing, like absolutely selfless. I actually, that's the state of worship, when you just don't even sense yourself. You are so overwhelmed by him. uh, so I was in this worshiping mode, and I felt like I am walking. And then I started to look at what's happening with me, and I saw myself like walking in a very dark scene, like all these giant light columns passing through me as I was walking, and they were pretty dark, but I didn't care. Like, this whole environment was so unfriendly and dark and cold, but I didn't care much. I was in worshiping mode, and as I was going, I started to sense some other stuff, not just these columns of smoke and light going through me as I was walking. I saw some very weird creatures hurting and destroying and eating up human beings. And I was just so out of my mind. It didn't touch my heart. Like, this whole darkness going on around me had no effect whatsoever on me. And I felt like going on. Um, there was a question in me: am I just so passive and not loving and heartless that I just go past by these people? But I felt like something was drawing me, so I went on. And as I was looking at myself, I started to see that I'm glowing. Some kind of light is coming through my skin and making like a layer of light covering my body as a suit. So I was walking, and as I was walking, this light was just growing stronger, and it was so much fun. I after a while I carried a whole like bubble of light around me, and after a while this light bubble became so strong that I couldn't even see what were the things passing by as I was walking. And I asked the Lord. I became like interested in what's going on, and then I just started to see the things going on around me in slow motion. As I was at this point, I saw myself from the outside. As I was walking, when these creatures holding captive all these human beings and and suffocating them and cutting them and hitting them. They just stole my light and they let these people go and ran for their lives. They were so shocked. They were screaming and shouting when they saw my light. It hurt them. And I was shocked. I thought maybe this light is protecting me or something. I didn't think that it would do anything to my surrounding. And when I looked back, I saw a bunch of people, actually a crowd following me. This crowd formed from the people who had been let go by the creature, by the demons or something, who ran away. And I was like, okay, so cool. And then it hurt me that, oh my gosh, how many people I could have set free along the journey. Why didn't I stop at to rescue them one by one? And then I felt like the Lord was telling me, you did the most you could do for them by not stopping. Why, Lord? If you fought for them, if you had fought for them one by one, you wouldn't be there right now. If you wouldn't have gone past by them, you wouldn't carry this atmosphere around you that makes them automatically set free. If you had fought for them one by one, you never get to know me as much. You never carry that much light bulb around you, that glowing, that massive. And it would be so tiring and full of struggle to set free just a fraction of the crowd that is now had been set free and following you. I'm telling you again, the most you could do for them was not stopping at them one by one. And it was strange because I knew that the Father's heart is like going after the one. And I felt like something is not good with this thing. I just couldn't fit these pieces together. You don't want God that I would like stop at every one of them? And God told me, you don't understand. You could save much more people by not fighting for every one of them one by one and going on looking at me and having the light of my glory shining from my face reflected on your face, causing the enemy to flee. You did so much more this way than you could have done by fighting for them one by one. Once you told to a group of people, remember that the most you can do for the kingdom is looking at Jesus. And you know what? It was the Holy Spirit talking through you. so many people, out of compassion and love, they stop at ridiculous things and fight with the enemies, and they don't realize that the most loving act they could ever exercise is looking at me and reflecting my glory that accomplishes so much more than your fighting and efforts. Actually, not realizing what you're doing, you love them more than you could have loved them. If you had been more sensible to what the enemy was doing. Oh my gosh, what's that? You know, Evie, it's a lie. That there is some method that is more effective, that could accomplish more in the kingdom, that could help the people more than my glory reflecting from your face when you are looking at my face. It's a lie and the greatest deception to believe that. If you had found out a great strategy how to deliver these people one by one, it would have been a loving act, and I would have pleasure looking at you doing it for the people who you love. But now you could love them more than that. You think the more you struggle, the more you love. No. The more you look at me, the more you love. You think the more efforts you put into something, the more it serves my glory. No. The most glorious thing you can do is allow me to do the stuff, and you recline and watch me doing it. David said, I will watch how you destroy my enemies. He knew that I'm the one destroying the enemy. Not without you, but without you. You get it. You were just there. You were just watching me. That's what worship does. Not worship in itself, but my glory reflected on your face does it. About one people in the Bible, one person in the Bible, it is written that looking at his face was like looking at the face of God. I want you to be like that. I would like you to walk looking at him, looking at me, and automatically demonstrating me. If you want it to be effective, it would be the best way for you. If you want to be just lost in my love, it's the best way for you. No matter what you want in my kingdom, the only option for you is to look at my face. And at this point, he was strict and he was loving and he was the wisdom embodied. And then he was like a bit sad. I felt his sorrow for his people. You know, so many people think that there are some ways that can produce the effects of my presence without my presence. They study my presence and the results of it so that they can avoid it and they can have the same results without my presence. They write methods on how to produce the results of the presence without the presence. And you know what? I bless them. I bless their methods and I let them accomplish much with their methods. But it's not your call, Amy. It's not your call. Your call is to walk reflecting the glory that accomplishes automatically way much more than any method would ever do. You will see people who will have very effective methods. Still, I command you not to stop and go ahead and let my glory do the things. I don't have time for that one. Maybe they got their methods from me. And don't you ever question their leading and their calling. But you are not called to that. You're called to walk in the automatism of my glory. Looking at me, not caring about anything, but watching my face. And you would love the people way much more in that way, and you will do for the people way much more than you could ever do with any other method. Let me love the people. Let me do the stuff for others. Let me have your way. Let me have it. Let me have it my way. I'm so sorry for the people who trust their methods because of their results more than me. I don't want you to go down this road. I want you to go down that road that you were walking on just a few minutes ago. And watch what I'm gonna accomplish through that. You think you are not loving. You are not caring enough, that you reflect too much on the presence. It's a lie from the hell that all the other people, and actually so many other people, buying in. But you won't. You will experience how automatic is my kingdom when you just simply behold my face.